Welcome to Trader Pradesh.
Good morning. It's the 23rd of April, and we're doing the chart analysis for 9 swing trades for the upcoming week. That's tomorrow, for the 24th of April, and the next couple of days. We start off with Cummins India. We've marked out the stock on a 1 week time frame, and to show you that how it's been making a nice ascending channel right through from April of 2022 till date. As of right now, the last weekly candle has taken a nice support, but you can see that the wick has broken this trend line and it's pulled back with above the trend line right now. So what you need to wait and take into consideration is, in case the next daily few candles, okay, once the next daily few candles, if this breaks this trend line, does a retest, that's where you take a short entry for 1360. But if it breaks this immediate consolidation and starts moving upwards, then your target levels are 1600, 1660, and 1705. So this is how you need to be taking your entries as per this risk reward ratio and this risk management. All right. The second stock that we have on is Cipla Limited, again marked out on a 1 week time frame. And as you can see, it's taken support from a long-term support, which is close to from Jan of 2021. It made on a weekly candle, it made a nice hammer and started moving up for the last 1 month. I'll just take you onto a daily time frame. On a daily time frame, you can see that it's been sticking to a nice trend line, and it's broken its initial resistance and it's starting to move upwards. Now, as it moves upwards, your target levels are going to be 1000 and 1045. You just need to wait for a volume spike to come in, which is already there with these mini spikes. But then as it breaks this portion of 924 technically, that's when you take a nice entry. Your risk reward ratio is going to be really good from there. But if it breaks this trend line, your immediate support will be at 850. And then you can also look at whether there's a reversal happening from 850. Then your uh, targets will be much higher and your risk reward will be much higher, going towards 1000 and 1045. The third stock that we have on is Jubilant Industries. We marked this out on a weekly time frame as well. As you can see, there's a higher low formation, but it's made a nice falling wedge and it broke out of this falling wedge on a weekly time frame. It's been consolidating since March continuously in a tight zone. As soon as this breaks out, you're going to have nice targets of 438 to 465, and these targets are anywhere between about 7 to about 14%. But we will ask you to target these two levels first, because in case it moves, it's going to move much higher, almost right up to here. But as of right now, we would suggest you take these two, and as per it breaks and consolidates, then we'll revisit Jubilant Industries at a later stage again for higher targets. But as of right now, 7 to 14% is a really good target. The next stock that we have on is Page Industries, and as you can see, this too has taken a nice support on a long-term demand or a support since December of 2021, and we've marked out a falling wedge where it's broken out of the trend line. It's done the trend line retest, and there's been an immediate resistance breakout, which was at around 39,000 and 66. Now all you need to do is wait for a little bit of a retest onto this, so that this support becomes, as in the resistance becomes your support at this level, and then it starts moving up with a pullback candle, and you're looking at targets of 42,850 for Page Industries. The analysis for the fifth stock that we have on is Britannia Industries. And as you can see, we've drawn this nice trend line since April of 2022. There's been continuous higher low formations that have been made, and it's been sticking and respecting this trend line right through. It's broken out of a support which has now become the demand zone. This resistance was there from September of 2021. After it broke out, it retested it, and now it's been moving up continuously. And as it's come back to this trend line, once breaks this immediate resistance at 4363, then you're looking at levels of 4650 on the top side. And on the lower side, in case it breaks this trend line and it breaks down this portion, and on a retest of this trend line, you're looking at levels of 3875. So make sure you wait for this breakout of this neckline breakout, which is in progress at the moment, and then wait for the retest. But if it moves further down and breaks down, that's when you're looking at the bottom side levels. The sixth stock is Jindal Stainless Steel, and as you can see, this too has been sticking to a nice trend line and been rising since October of 2022. But on the 11th of April, it broke this trend line, and right now it's moving up to do its retest. So you can either look at taking the upside for a couple of points, and then you can start changing it into a short position, or you can wait for it to reach this trend line, and as it starts making its downside towards these levels, your risk reward ratio on your short entry will be much greater, and that's when you can hold for targets of 231 or 214, because 214 is your long term demand zone or your support zone. The next one would be Hindustan Aeronautics, or HAL. This again has been making a nice ascending channel since February of 2022 and been sticking to the top side and the bottom side trend line. Now it basically moved up nicely, and as of right now it is again making a higher low formation. As you can see, it has taken support on an immediate demand zone, and it's broken out a trend line that you can see made a nice falling wedge in this portion, which is what we are actually just showing you in this portion here. So on this falling wedge, once it broke out, it's taken its retest and it's make a nice hammer. So once it starts moving up with the pullback candle, which we're telling you that there's a pullback candle in progress, then you can wait for a little bit of consolidation, and you're looking at levels of 2925 to 3100 is what you're looking at. It can probably go higher towards the top of the channel, but right now these are your targets, which you can look at anywhere between about 8% going upwards. And the last stock that we have on is Intellect Design, again marked out on a 1 day time frame, and you can see how we've marked this out. It's made a nice falling wedge and taken support on this demand zone. Once it broke out this trend line has actually been broken out. It's done its retest, and as you can see, this is a nice hammer candle which is formed. So on the trend line retest is also done. The immediate resistance breakout is in progress. Once that breaks out, you just need to wait for a small pullback, retest and consolidation. You can also keep looking at your volumes for a volume spike, and then your immediate target thereafter would be 500, which would approximately be close to about 10 to 12%. Okay, so that's what you'll need to be looking at for the upcoming week. We'd really appreciate it if you please subscribe, like, and follow our Telegram channels, and you can join our YouTube channel as well. On our Telegram channel, we keep putting out all our charts and our updates on a regular basis, along with our stock trade ideas for intraday as well. So we really appreciate you taking time out to watch our videos. It really means a lot. They help us put out more educational videos for you constantly. So we really appreciate it if you please subscribe, like, and follow our YouTube channel, and you can hit the notification button for our videos so that you can get an update of whenever we put this out immediately. Thank you so much for your time.